I liked the Peacemaker very much. The last two episodes, I've come on board. I like just the crazy stuff. I love the crazy crap. I love. Last week I loved it when they had the big gorilla getting getting a chainsaw put through them, and I love this one where all the butterflies just go crazy and go everywhere, and you see old matey jump into his KKK outfit. The stakes are getting higher. It's getting more dangerous. You're feeling that the pressure now coming onto our heroes. I guess as during the week, I was wondering, what is it I'm looking for the show? What am I looking from the show? One of the answers I gave myself was I want it to be a little bit more like The Boys. Like I want them to take crazy ass risks and do stuff that I haven't seen before. And the more this goes on, I suspect that James Gunn is having more and more of a hands-on thing because he directed this one. This is the first one he directed, so it's going to get more and more crazier. And I like that. I like where it's going. I like that the butterflies are on the prowl now. They're taking over all the cops, and also I'm also just right into John Cena. This is the first time I've really had a good look at John Cena on screen. I've never really seen him much, and I'm warming also to Vigilante.
I know for me, this episode, I think was the one that it felt like we finally got to drop into purpose, which I think has been the buildup. And it was interesting because I didn't realize the significance of what was going to be for the butterfly that he was holding on to, like Goff's butterfly. I didn't know she was going to be the leader. I love what they did with Merm. And I mean, he was basically what we had already thought, like a butterfly that defected, which is cliche, but I think they did it well enough. But I think there was two parts that I was kind of sad about that I didn't feel like we got a really great conclusion on. It was one, we didn't get to see like who the captain, the guy who ended up the psychopath that Merm called to take over as captain of the police force. I don't know who that is. I want to know who that is, and I don't feel like we got that chance because at first I was like, oh, maybe he's just another butterfly.
Hey, I thought he was. I thought he was too.
Right, but the butterfly went inside him, so it wasn't that. He's just. But I don't know who he is. And then the other part was we didn't get one shot of the butterfly going up an ass. Like, of all the things that would be the most James Gunn thing to do, couldn't get one butterfly.
Oh, it's coming, baby. I hear. I was waiting for it as well. It's coming. And bold prophecy, theory crafting, it's going to go straight up his dad's ass. Straight up that guy's butthole. That butterfly's going. I don't think he's going to. I don't think they're going to kill his dad. I don't think he's going to kill his dad. That butterfly is going to go straight up his dad's ass, and he's going to get a brand new dad.
But also give credit on this one. I do believe that. I give credit on this one. James Gunn did a good job in making us think that through the intro scene, that everybody that's in the intro scene is significant for the rest of the series. And the reality of the matter is, it's not. Like all those cops are no longer who they are.
Yeah, that was crazy. Like even that chase scene, Eagly's kind of poking around at them, getting rough.
Oh, that was amazing.
Eagly's kind of knocking them out a little bit. And you think, oh, Eagly, pull your punches a bit. And then all of a sudden, they're starting to get blasted away. And to see all the police get all taken out at once, and presuming they're not coming back.
I don't think they can. I don't think that it's possible for them to recover. Like Merm said, like the Merm butterfly said, I went inside this guy who I thought was supposed to be the worst person that you could go into so no one would miss him. And even at that, he was like, I took away his chance to be able to change. Like there was always a chance that he could have been able to grow.
Yeah.
Which means
good. That whole bit was really good too. That was really good. That whole bit was really good.
They've done a good job in being able to mystify everything while simultaneously demystify everything. Like it hits some of the cliches, but it explains some of the outside effects. So we know that once they're inside, and even it makes sense, like the way that they're bleeding out, the butterflies basically are just like crawling inside the brain and burrowing through to get a control mechanism. So like, that's why, like, whenever they took them out, I was like, oh, these guys are gone for good. Like, they're either gonna be dead or they're gonna be they're butterflies. Like, it's one of the two. But the way that they I really thought the cop was gonna end up building into more of something, but both of them, but you know?
Yeah, and no takebacks, right? No takebacks. They've gone to the dark side. They're gonna stay there. None of this. Oh, I woke up and it wasn't like a dream.
Yeah.
Once they're gone, they're dead.
Yeah, no, this is
I loved it. Like, I think this episode though also was the one. It was great. One you mentioned already, seeing what Eagly can actually do. Like, Eagly was pulling out cops' eyes.
Yeah,
pulling out eyes.
That was fun.
Yeah, I mean, that was like he didn't pull his punches either, and that whole scene was really interesting. The other thing that was interesting,
even Vigilante, who's like ultra violent, thought, Eagly, he's good.
Yeah, I even enjoyed some of the banter between Vigilante and between Peacemaker when they were talking about colors and teal and stuff. I did get a bit of a giggle out of that one. But what I also, getting back to that, to our mate who took, who's got the butterfly in his brain, the good guy, he's got the good butterfly in his Merms. What's amazing about that is Waller doesn't know. Amanda Waller doesn't know that he's a butterfly, and that's like, we presumed that she knew all of this, and we always presume that she's the puppet master, and she'll be infuriated by that. Like, once she finds out, like, she's the player, right? She doesn't like being played at all. So that's another little interesting thing, that her daughter is pulling information back from her, and she's going to be there's going to be some.
He's gonna flip.
I'm wondering though, like, again, what the end game is, because even remember Judo Master said something about the butterflies. You got Merm's position with the butterflies, which seems to be, we're just trying to find a home, a pretty classic comic book trope. But, and then even with the Queen, like, the significance of her trying to create, doing the peace symbol to Peacemaker and responding, which implies that they can understand the English, even if, or maybe it's just they take it from the nerves. But, like, what is her connection to Peacemaker going to be moving forward? Like, right now, it just seems like, they're on the attack on everybody, but, like, what does it actually mean? What was that whole scene about before the cops popped in?
That's good.
It was just trying to engage and lure Peacemaker to, set him free.
But even she didn't insult Peacemaker. She said, I'm looking for Peacemaker and the buffoon. And so there's something that connected. Like, I felt like that was, like, she's still connected. Like, again, this is the same butterfly that rolled over to Peacemaker along with Eagly whenever he was laying depressed and around. She's been watching him. She's been connecting. It might not end her overall, but she's been connecting.
Let's remind our friends to please click on the subscribe button and hit that notification bell so you know when we have new videos out.
Subscribe!
I gotta die or die.